What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Tuesday, May 5th. These picks apply for the DraftKings Showdown slate. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, real quick for those who don't know how these simulated slates work, everything works the same. You build a full lineup using the players available in the slate. The only difference is the fantasy points each player scores is a fantasy score from any game that player has played so far this year. Only players with at least 15 games played are in the player pool. Pretty simple. They just take a score at random from previous games that player has played, and that's it. So knowing how that works, we've added some tools to Draft Dashboard so you can see all the possible outcomes of scores from each player, and we show the percent chance that the player has to score in each point range. So pretty handy. You can hover over the Sim Scores button and see right here exactly what scores this player can get for this contest. It will be one of these at random. And then you can see what percent chance they have to score in these point ranges. Okay, remember, we have a daily cheat sheet for esports for League of Legends, and that's linked from the Sports tab right at the top of Draft Dashboard. We finally got our Sim Tools working for MLB on FanDuel. So you can now go tap on that MLB tab at the top of the site and see the percent chance to score within these fantasy point ranges. So for example, Jose Altuve, he has a 17% chance to score 60 plus fantasy points. It's really handy to know so you know what you're getting into with each of your MLB picks. Okay guys, let's take a look at this DraftKings showdown between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Houston Rockets. So we got some major studs on this slate. So I'm going to give you the top value of this slate because you're going to need it to jam in those studs. Okay, normally I wouldn't go here, but with so many studs on this slate, I'm trying to find a real low salary player that has some upside. And I found Pat Connaughton, projected at 14.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 10.2 times value. He's 1,400 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. So not pretty here, guys. He has a 56% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, but he has a 44% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. So almost half of the time, he's going to get you between 15 and 30 fantasy points, and you'll absolutely take that so that you can get some salary relief on this slate. So I like Pat Connaughton here at 1,400 DraftKings salary. Okay, another value play here is PJ Tucker, projected at 21.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7.2 times value. He's 3,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 31% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 48% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 19% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 2% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So I'll have this guy in my lineup. So I like PJ Tucker here at 3,000 DraftKings salary. And another value play for you. I like Eric Gordon, projected at 22 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.8 times value. He's 3,800 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 24% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 65% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 9% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. Then he has a 3% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So he's got a chance to break the slate with that major upside. So I like Eric Gordon here at 3,800 DraftKings salary. Okay, before we get into these three studs, the super studs of the slate, Another value play here is George Hill, projected at 19.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.5 times value. He's 4,400 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 29% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 63% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points. That's your value zone. And then an 8% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points. So I like George Hill here at 4,400 DraftKings salary. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. So look, guys, I know there's not a lot of sports playing right now, but we are posting a daily cheat sheet for esports for the League of Legends contests, and we just added these new DFS tools for the NBA simulated slates. We're going to be updating our tools to help you pick the best players for these sim sports, and I think these tools are going to give you a big advantage. There's no human element here. This is a stats game. This is a math problem. This is where our tools can really help you identify the numbers, the percent chance these players are going to score within these point ranges, so you know what you're getting into with each pick. In the upper salary player that I like is Chris Middleton, projected at 37.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.3 times value. He's 8,600 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 2% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 27% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 54% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 16% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and a 2% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So I like Chris Middleton here at 8,600 DraftKings salary. Okay, let's compare the studs here. First, let's take a look at the two super studs, Giannis Antetokounmpo and James Harden. They're just about the same price. Harden is 200 more. Giannis is 12,600 and James Harden is 12,800. So let's just take a look at their percent chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points and 60 fantasy points or more. So James Harden, the most expensive player on the slate, he has a 37% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points and a 45% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. While Giannis Antetokounmpo has a 45% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points and a 45% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So it looks like you're getting a little bit more top-end upside with Giannis, and you're going to pay $200 less for him. So I'm probably going to go with Giannis in my captain spot. I'm still going to have Harden in my lineup. I'm going to try to fit in those value plays. But I like Giannis Antetokounmpo here as my captain tonight. And the other stud here, who's 10,000 DraftKings salary, is Russell Westbrook, projected at 51 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. You can see he only has a 22% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more compared to the 45% chance of Antetokounmpo and Harden. But Russell Westbrook has a 43% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So he's got plenty of upside. So I like Russell Westbrook here at 10,000 DraftKings salary.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. This is a quick reminder, you should be reading the comments of this video. We have some savvy basketball fans who watch these videos, and they often give great plays and call me out when my picks are wrong. Wisdom of the crowd is a great way to get a feel for what players the field likes in today's NBA slate. We also have a DFS tool that shows you what players our members like for today's slate, so you can come on in and check that out.